All right, let's do the rest of the study guide here. So we're just solving for these. So negative 14 plus positive 6, different sign, subtract. So I'm going to do 14 minus 6, which is 8. Keep the sign of the larger number. The larger number here was the negative 14, so this is a negative 8 for my answer. Number 12. Negative 5 plus negative 5. Same signs, add and keep. So I'm going to add. 5 plus 5 is 10. Keep the sign is negative. Negative 10 is my answer. Let's look at number 13. Negative 7 plus positive 13. Again, different sign, subtract. So I'm going to do 13 minus 7, which gives me 6. Keep the sign of the larger number. The larger one here was my positive 13, so it is a positive 6 for my answer. Okay, here for number 14, 20 minus negative 6. It's a subtraction problem, so I'm going to keep, change, change. Keep 20, change to addition, change to a positive 6, and then 20 plus 6 is 26. That's my answer for 14. Okay, a couple more. So number 15, negative 10 minus 4. Again, this is subtraction, so we're going to keep, change, change. Negative 10 plus, change that 4 to a negative 4. Now, they are the same signs, so same signs, add and keep. 10 plus 4 is 14. They're both negative, so negative 14 for number 15. Number 16, again, subtraction problem, so I should keep, change, change. 13 plus negative 18, different sign, subtract, so 18 minus 13, which is 5. The bigger number was that negative 18, so it is a negative 5. Number 17, again, a subtraction problem, so keep, change, change. I get negative 8 plus positive 6, different sign, subtract. So I am going to take 8 minus 6, which gives me 2. The bigger number was the negative 8, so negative 2 for my answer. Number 18, I have 2 parentheses next to each other. Remember, this means multiplication. So I'm doing 4 times 6. 4 times 6 is 24. Negative times positive is negative, so I should be getting negative 24. Number 19, again, the number right next parentheses, this means to multiply, so 3 times 5 is 15. Negative times negative makes it positive, positive 15. Number 20, okay, remember the fraction bar is like division. And this says the opposite of 25/5. So I could just simplify that fraction. 25 divided by 5 is 5. The opposite of that is a negative 5. Okay, again, I did 25 divided by 5. That is how I got that answer. Okay. Same for number 21, except now it's a negative 21 divided by a negative 3. So 21 divided by 3, which is 7. Okay, negative divided by negative makes it positive, so it is a positive 7. Number 22, this says the opposite of 4 squared, so it's the opposite of 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. The opposite of that is negative 16, so negative 16 is my answer. Okay, let's do some with some order of operations in it. So for this next one, remember order of operations, we're going parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, that's left to right, add, subtract, left to right. So parentheses first, negative 6 plus positive 10, different sign, subtract. So I'm going to do 10 minus 6 is 4. The 10 was bigger, which was positive, so positive 4. Bring everything else down. Then I have 3 times 4, negative 3 times 4, remember this is multiplication, so 4 times 3 is 12, negative times positive is negative, so I get negative 12 for my answer. Number 24, just an addition problem, different sign subtract, so 28 minus 16 leaves me with 12. The bigger number was the negative 28, so it's a negative 12. Next, those dots, remember, are multiplication, so I'm going to work my way across the problem. So 4 times negative 6. 4 times 6 is 24. Negative times positive is negative. Bring everything else down. 24 times 2 is 48. Negative times negative is positive. Positive 48 is my answer. Number 26. Parentheses first. Inside these parentheses is this exponent. So even though there's parentheses, this still says the opposite of 5 squared. So I'm going to do the opposite of 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. The opposite makes it a negative 25. So I really have 100 minus negative 25. Subtraction problem, so keep, change, change, which makes this 100 plus positive 25. 100 plus 25 is 125. And that is our answer. All right, number 27. Okay, a little more complicated. So parentheses, there aren't any. Exponents, yes, right here. Let's start there. So again, this says the opposite of 8 squared. The opposite of 8 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Opposite would be negative 64. So now I have negative 64 minus 10 plus 13. Remember, bring everything else down so you don't lose anything. Now addition and subtraction, but remember I do this left to right. So I'm going to actually subtract here first before I add. If you do it opposite, you're going to get the wrong answer. So this is a subtraction problem. I'm going to change this. So keep, change, change. So it's really like negative 64 plus negative 10. I'm going to just bring the whole thing down. Okay, so now I can do this step. Same signs, add and keep. So 64 plus 10 is 74. They're negative, so negative 74. Bring down my plus 13. And I'm going to do this step. Different sign subtract. So I'm going to do 74 minus 13. 4 minus 3, 7 minus 1. I'm getting 61. Keep the sign of the larger number. The larger number was the negative 74, so it is a negative 61. Okay, over to number 28. So I look, and all my operations are addition, so I'm just going to work my way across the problem. So negative 13 plus positive 8, different signs subtract, so I'm really doing 13 minus 8, which gives me 5. Negative 5 because the 13 was bigger. Everything else comes down. Okay, then I do my next step. Negative 5 plus negative 11, same signs, add and keep. So this is negative 16 plus 5. Then I can do that step. They are different signs, so different signs subtract. So I'm doing 16 minus 5, which is 11. The larger number was the 16, so negative 11. All right, last two. So parentheses first. I'm going to solve inside these parentheses. So negative 12 divided by positive 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Negative divided by positive is a negative. Bring everything down, including those parentheses. Everything down. Okay, now parentheses are done. Exponents, right here. Remember, here the 2 is kissing or touching the parentheses. So everything inside the parentheses is the base. So I'm going to here do negative 3 times negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Bring everything else down. Okay. So parentheses are done, exponents done, multiply, divide. So I have division right here, 55 divided by 5, which goes in 11 times. Negative divided by positive is a negative. So I have negative 11, bring down my plus 9. And I can do this step finally. So positive 9 plus a negative 11, different sign subtract. So 11 minus 9 is 2. The larger number was the negative 11, so it's negative 2. Last one, guys. So parentheses. Inside these parentheses, there's more than one thing happening, so we still have to follow order of operations inside of there. Okay, so inside, I'm going to pretend like it's a whole new problem. So exponents would be first, so I'm going to go right here. This again says the opposite of 4 squared, so I'm going to do the opposite of 4 times 4, which is 16, so negative 16. I'm going to keep those parentheses because I'm not done. I can't get rid of them until everything inside of there is done, when there's only a number left. No more operations. Okay, so now inside there's division and addition. We should divide first. So negative 16 divided by negative 8. 16 divided by 8 is 2. Negative divided by negative is positive. So I have positive 2 plus 4. Bring down everything else. Now I can finish these parentheses finally. So 2 plus 4 is 6. Divided by negative 3. Last step, 6 divided by negative 3. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. Positive divided by negative is negative. My answer is also negative 2.